And
Does
that's
that give you an idea of how we select a
yeah,
little
yeah, for
bit?
sure, for sure. And I think we'll go a little bit deeper on that too. But it sounds like obviously that's there's revenue and then there's cash flow, and obviously he needs cash flow to be able to you know convince his spouse if he has one, like, hey, this is a viable thing. I can quit my job and do this, right? Um, you need a profitable business model, and I think that's also something that you probably are gifted at advising clients on, because there's a lot of people out there that we meet at various conferences that are like, yeah, I want to start a business, and it's like, well, what kind of business do you want to start? And they're like, I have no idea. And
That's my
right.
specialty is to stop them from going around in circle with the squirrel brain and
Yeah,
let's niche down on what you already have become a master at. And
yeah,
let's build you a business where you can utilize that instead of anything, right? I get that a lot. Like anything, I'll open a company that just cleans. Like, yes, but you're an executive for SAP.
right.
You will hate that in 3 years, even if it makes money.
Yeah, yeah, or 3 weeks. Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good point in helping people think down the line. But there's so many shiny objects, and people, yeah, they're like, oh, this week I'm going to be a landscaper, and the next week I'm going to be a fence builder, and the next week I'm going to be a roofing company, and the next week, you've got to save people time, right? They've got to pick the right one, or a couple different ones to see what plays out in the market, but pick one that's going to be a good enough fit that you're also going to have some interest in. I mean, it's like, I've got buddies of mine that are super into like cycling, bicycles, um, starting a bicycle repair shop might be a really good fit for them, but starting a roofing business, maybe not. Right. So I think, yeah, tell me more about that
Well,
matching process.
even with that, you have to double click into it, right? Like if it's a bicycle business, are you doing something more brick and mortar where you're fixing the bikes or are you buying parts? Whichever it is that actually viable for that location?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You might be great at it, that might be your passion, but is there a need in your market for it? Because if
Mm-hmm.
there's no need, then even if you're good at it, let's think of something else. Maybe it's something related to supply chain with bikes, where you're taking over the transportation route for a large manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
Still keeps you in the bike realm, but that might have a bigger need.
Right. Yeah, I love it.
So
I love it.
combining the two is super important.
Well, and I think you struck on it, right? It's like if there is no market for what you want to do, you're
Stop
not
doing
going to
it.
be successful.
No, and look at the numbers before you jump in, right? That's why we pressure test. We measure 10 times before we cut.
Yeah,
That's our motto.
yeah, I love it. I love it.